Thank you, Barry, and good afternoon all. We will move the second plenary session of the day, community impact. What do you all have in mind when I say community impact? To be honest, in my mother tongue Japanese, I cannot come up with an appropriate translation of these two words. So rather than trying to come up with some precise translation, I decided to dwell on this topic by creating my image of these two words in English. The first thing that came to mind was diversity. I'm sure everyone here would agree with me that there is no other sport than horse racing which can be characterized as having various elements which we all appreciate as diversity. Racing is not only a sport, but also a drama being performed by thoroughbreds and horsemen. It is being held in over 100 different countries, and in most countries, betting takes place. Racing will have different meanings from different perspectives. From the second point of owners, breeders, trainers, jockeys, stable staff, and with racing operators, as well as to our most important customers. People from different standpoints are interrelated in the world of racing. Further, the focus will be totally different from the standpoint of racing industries in different countries, regions, or local economies. They are all based on different foundations. However, there is one common aim: to further develop racing in each country, and to this end, we try to bring together all the expertise from different perspectives to obtain the force for good for racing, to attain social successes with our influence. As such, coordinated efforts in different sectors are imperative, as well as shared accomplishment of our goals. This is by no means easy. Government, industries, community, and all other stakeholders have different views in its area of responsibility. There is a strong need to coordinate and discuss conflicting and divergent views. And this role must be assumed by us, the racing operators and racing authorities. Now, I will call upon 4 persons to define the stage in 4 different fields. First, I am very pleased to introduce the Honorable Matthew Chen. Mr. Chen is the Secretary for Labor and Welfare of Hong Kong SAR. He joined the Information Officer grade of the government in 1972. And since then, he has served in various business departments. He will be speaking to us from the perspective of the Hong Kong government. Our next speaker is the Honorable John Brumby. Mr. Brumby was the former Premier of Victoria and has served as Treasurer for over 10 years before becoming the Premier. He was also the leader of the Victorian opposition and federal MHR for privilege during the Hawke government. We will hear his views from his experiences relating to racing in Victoria. The third speaker is Dr. Alan Jackson. Dr. Jackson is now the chairman of the New Zealand Racing Board. He is also the senior vice president of the Boston Consulting Group and has been an international management consultant since 1987 with proven experience at the most senior levels of international and government business. He's going to talk about racing from an economics point of view. Last but not least, we will have Mr. Michael Lynch, Chief Executive Officer of West Kowloon Cultural District Authority of Hong Kong. He was awarded AM, an Order of Australia for his services to arts administration and as an advocate for Australian cultural life. He was also the chief executive of London's major complex of artistic venues, the South Bank Centre. He'll be talking to us from an entertainment and arts viewpoint. After all the presentations, we are privileged to have all the speakers for panel discussion. I would now like to hand over to Barry, but let me reiterate that it is important for all the different sectors to form a network to collaborate and cooperate as a force for good for the betterment of racing as a racing community. Nowadays, I only have a few chances to calculate my winnings, if any, when I go to races. And I'm not good at mathematics, but it is my hope that we will all learn to solve the equation for the multidimensional aspect of community impact through this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.